Hey guys, it's Carmen from Carmen Eagleman Fitness, and I am going live today to talk about part two of healthy meals for kids. And tonight we're going to be talking about lunches. So I know in the previous part one was about breakfast, right? And we can pretty much eat breakfast any time of the day. I feed it to my kids for any meal. I mean, it's just one of those go-tos as a mom. But today I'm going to give you some ideas for lunches. And for my kids, my biggest one that I like to go to, just because as a mom, I'm not always wanting to make fancy meals. And by fancy, I'm talking about grilled cheese. Just kidding, maybe. Anyways, I like to throw random, what I call a smorgasbord lunch, right? I like to just throw random things on a plate, call it lunch, and call it a day. So, for example, I will throw on some lunch meat. And with lunch meat, you want to make sure it's nitrate. Sorry, I got a phone call. Going back, you want to make sure with lunch meat that it's nitrate and nitrate free. And that you, like a great brand, if you're going to buy it prepackaged, is Applegate. They're a little bit cleaner, a little bit healthier, and a great brand for buying things like that. They're also a great brand for buying for hot dogs if you're looking for a good brand. So, but I'll roll up some lunch meat. I'll throw some sliced cheese on there. My girls like Havarti or cheddar. They'll eat that with the lunch meat. Another great option is if your kids don't like lunch meat, or if they like salami, we like to take that as like an on-the-go snack or a meal. Pepperoni, salami, any kind of those meats with cheeses, right? Kind of make like a fruit and cheese board. Is really good. So my girls really love that. So speaking of fruit, I'll add on fruit, like whatever fruit they like. Grapes are a great one, but really any of their favorite sliced fruit. I will also add on sweet potato chips. For those of you that have been following me for a while, know that I love the Honest Jackson brand. And they have not just sweet potato chips, but a variety of style of chips, and they're clean. So these sweet potato chips are only sweet potatoes, coconut oil, and sea salt. So I have no problem giving these to my kids or enjoying them myself, and they're very delicious. Especially for my husband, who's a chip freak and can devour an entire bag by himself. He really loves them, and I feel good knowing that it's something that's healthier. So I will also throw on there the sliced veggies. So again, a smorgasbord of different items for them to enjoy whatever their favorite is. My girls love cucumbers, carrots, bell peppers. Sometimes they'll eat broccoli. They call them trees. And you can make like a clean ranch to go with it. Or you can also buy Primal Kitchen is a great brand. I know for me, sometimes I just don't want to make it myself. I'd rather just buy it just for convenience. So if that's you as well, Primal Kitchen is a great brand that has clean dressings. So I would check them out. Also, Paleo Chef is another one that has like dressings and marinades. They don't have ranch dressing, I don't think, but they would be another great brand to check out if you want something already pre-made. The number two option for lunch would be a waffle sandwich. Now I know that's kind of a little breakfasty, right? I essentially use the waffles as bread, and in the first episode I talked about batch cooking up waffles. So if you have these in the freezer, you can easily pull them out for lunch, pop those suckers in the toaster, and then put some peanut butter on, slice up some strawberries or bananas or both, and you can drizzle a little bit of raw local unfiltered honey or some pure maple syrup, and there you go. You have a sandwich, right? Kind of like a breakfast sandwich, but it still works for lunch as well. Or you can make it savory. You can put shredded chicken on it, and instead of maybe using like mayo where you would use that on a sandwich, maybe use some cream cheese if your kids love that. Buy a whole fat clean cream cheese, and really just whatever toppings they like. So again, the waffles essentially become the bread, right? Another great option. So number three would be tortilla roll-ups. Now, tortillas can be kind of hard to navigate because there's a lot of them out there that aren't clean. I like to get a cassava flour and coconut flour blend. It is grain-free, and again, grains can be a little tough on your tummy, so that's why I buy that one. But you can also get Ezekiel. You can get cleaner whole wheat. I know Trader Joe's, I've bought some from Trader Joe's before that were really clean. So you just want to look for one that your kids will enjoy, and that less ingredients and cleaner ingredients. So anyways, I will take that, and again, kind of like another version of a PB&J, I will take some peanut butter or almond butter, or you can do seed butter, because I know nowadays a lot of schools, either your kid has an allergy, or your school doesn't allow you to bring nuts, any kind of nuts, including nut butters, to school. So a seed butter, like sunflower seed butter, you can put that on there, spread that on there, slice up some bananas, and then drizzle honey on it, roll it up, cut it up, and it looks like sushi. There you go. I know that we as humans, we eat with our eyes, right? Like if it's visually appealing, we want it before we even taste it. And so it's the same thing for kids. Sometimes changing that up and making it visually appealing will entice them to try it, especially if it's not something that they've tried before. So it's all about trial and error, right? That's what we found as parents. So another one that I like to do with tortillas is pizza. It's easy. We do this for dinner even sometimes, and you can make individual ones. We will get a tortilla. I like to buy the marinara sauce from Costco, Victoria Linen. It's clean. I'll put a little bit on there because my girls don't like a lot of sauce. Take some raw cheddar cheese, shred it up and put it on there, and then they will either eat, that you can make it any way, personalize it, right? So you can make pepperoni or Hawaiian or cheese are the three that my girls like, but maybe your kids like to put meat on there. So you can definitely make it your own and how they like it. Another one, if I'm getting a little bit fancier and I'll cook this up ahead of time, is mac and cheese. And in my blog post that I will post later for you, I will have a link that is a paleo mac and cheese and actually uses cauliflower, because we're always trying to get our kids to eat veggies, right? So I don't use noodles in there. But if you or your kids prefer noodles, I would suggest like a quinoa or a brown rice one. I know when we made the transition from white to, whole wheat or grain pasta and then on, that's what we switched to, and they honestly did not notice the difference, especially when it's in a good cheesy sauce, right? Or spaghetti or whatever we use them for. So my kids never had a problem with that. And I used to get those pastas at Trader Joe's. They actually have a really good, like a quinoa and brown rice mix. So you'll be able to get them there. So those are my meal ideas. And one of the things that I do when I'm getting my kids to eat their veggies is before they can have, if they're going through a picky phase and they're not wanting to eat veggies or eat their protein, like my daughters have gone in and out of not liking any kind of protein, is that obviously, try to experiment with it, but I make them eat their protein or their veggies first before I give them anything else. So their first thing is to want to eat fruit or the carbs or dessert or something else like that. I will actually put on their plate first and tell them, okay, you need to eat this first, and then I will give you this as kind of an enticement. So if you want a banana, you need to eat your veggies first, or you need to eat, your chicken first or whatever. And that seems more times than not to work out for me. So hopefully that tip helps you with your kids. And yeah. So there you have it. There's my meal ideas for lunch that work for me and the girls. I hope some of these have helped you to give your kids some ideas, some good ideas for lunch. This is Carmen from Carmen Eagleman Fitness, and I hope you guys have a great night.